This camera captured the moment a wild orangutan gave a helping hand to a man stuck in some mud. His gesture will melt your heart. Some people believe that animals aren't as emotionally evolved as humans and that they don't understand things such as worry, nervousness, or simply wanting to help another animal in trouble. But when this moment between a wild orangutan and a ranger was captured on camera, people started to see that perhaps there was more to these amazing creatures than meets the eye. Anil Prabhakar is a photographer and photojournalist who lives in Indonesia. For as long as he can remember, he has always been fascinated by photos and how they could capture a moment in time and freeze it forever. The Indonesian man first got into photography when he was a young boy, and he got a simple little camera with film inside. The camera was a birthday present, and from that moment on, Anil fell in love with the art. He loved how beautiful he could make normally mundane things look through his lens. As the years went by, his love for photography only grew, and he would use whatever free time he had to take his camera out. Now a proper digital one, and snap as many pictures as he could. In 2020, Anil decided to go on a safari with some of his friends. They had been talking about it for a while and had finally decided to do it. The group decided to go to a specific area in the protected forest in Borneo as they wanted to have a chance at seeing the elusive wild orangutan in its natural habitat. Soon enough, the group arrived in Borneo and were looking forward to their excursion into the forest. As they ventured through the jungle, Anil was armed with his trusty camera, eager to take photographs of everything that he could find. But he never expected to get such an amazing image. As Anil and his friends walked through the trees, they came across a warden who worked for a non-profit organization called Borneo Orangutan Survival Foundation, or BOSF. The organization was founded in 1991 and currently employs over 400 employees whose job it is to help protect the orangutan's habitat, which is threatened by rapid deforestation. At the time of the story, the charity had documented over 650 orangutans who either lived in their sanctuary or in the protected area of the forest. The wardens take care of these amazing animals by protecting orangutans in their natural habitat. By doing this, a whole plethora of other flora and fauna are also protected. Protecting their forest habitat is as important to humans as much as it is to wildlife, the Foundation's website states. The warden, who Anil and his friends came across, was wading waist-deep in some water. Confused, Anil asked the man what he was doing, and the warden explained that snakes were known to be in the pit. These were natural enemies of the orangutans. Because the apes used that particular waterhole, the warden was trying to clear it of snakes so that they would not be afraid to use it again. There are 160 snake species inhabiting the tropical rainforests of Borneo, and many of them pose a serious threat to orangutans. To protect these animals, the organization's workers try to clear rivers of snakes so that the orangutans don't get accidentally bitten by them. Moreover, the rangers regularly use fake toy snakes to scare the orangutans to make the animals more aware of their surroundings and the other creatures in it. By making them scared of the toy snakes, the wardens are able to teach the apes that these reptiles are dangerous and that if they are not careful, they could get hurt by them. But as the man was working, something amazing happened. Someone had told him that there was a snake in the river. The warden went there and cleared the bushes. An orangutan came to the banks and was watching what he was doing. It then came closer and gave its hand, said Anil. It seemed that the orangutan had also gotten curious about what the ranger was doing and had come to the banks of the water to see for itself. However, the amazing animal must have also known that there were snakes in the water and had gotten worried for the ranger's safety. Then it happened. No one would have ever imagined this heartwarming moment could occur. The ape, seemingly aware of the potential danger in that area, reached out his hand as if to help the man out of the water and to safety. It seemed as if the orangutan was saying, "May I help you?" to the man, the photographer said. "I just captured that moment. It was really emotional." Dr. Jamartin Seahite, the chief executive officer of the BOSF, confirmed that the moment happened in a BOSF facility on island number 6, where the 25-year-old female orangutan Ani lives. But despite the animal's seemingly kind and helpful gesture, the warden didn't take the orangutan's hand. The warden just moved away. I asked him why later, and he said, "It's a wild animal, not one we are familiar with. But they are there to protect them. Anil said. The rangers try not to interact with the wild orangutans, as they do not want to encourage the apes to interact with humans in an effort to keep them wary of potential poachers and other human threats. But even though the warden didn't take the orangutan's hand, Anil was able to snap the amazing moment that a bridge of compassion seemingly opened up between two different species. However, Dr. Jamartin went on to explain that the man who was in the water, an employee called Mr. Sayarul, and Ani had known each other since the 1990s. The female orangutan had been brought to the sanctuary when she was just a baby after being separated from her mother in the wild. Dr. Jamartin said that in the picture, it looked as if Ani was offering help to Mr. Sayarul. But based on our experience, she could have been asking for food from Sayarul. It shows that the orangutan has become dependent on human beings, the director said. Island number 6 is one of the islands where BOSF keeps rescued orangutans that could not be returned to the wild. It is called an island because the area is surrounded by a 5-meter wide, 16 feet trenches filled with water as deep as 2 meters, 6.5 feet. Ani lives with 34-year-old Romeo, another orangutan who was rescued in Taiwan. The area that they live in is only about 1 hectare, 2.5 acres. Unfortunately though, the two apes no longer have the skill to survive in the wild because they were separated from their mothers when they were very young and have since been relying on human beings for food. By keeping them on such an island, they can enjoy a habitat close to their original one, and at the same time we can keep an eye on them, said Dr. Jamartin. In any case, for lots of people worldwide, the image that Anil managed to capture resonated with them deeply. The picture clearly showed that the amazing apes are much smarter and much more emotionally developed than people first gave them credit for. After posting the image online, it quickly went viral, with over 90,000 people viewing it on Anil's Instagram account alone. Let me help you. Once humanity dies in mankind, sometimes animals are guiding us back to our basics, Anil wrote as a caption on the image. On top of that, the picture was picked up by newsagents around the world, from the BBC in the UK to CNN. Everyone was astounded by the image that captured the incredible moment between these two different species. On top of that, it was used by National Geographic as the front cover of their magazine, highlighting how humans and animals are not so different after all, and perhaps that we as a species need a little bit of help getting back to our natural roots in an effort to help heal the planet instead of destroying it. Whether the orangutan was asking for food or whether she was truly trying to help her friend out of the water, the picture that Anil managed to capture highlights how amazing these creatures actually are, and perhaps offers the hope that one day we might be able to live in harmony with them again. What an amazing story! Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome tales.